Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be starting a new series for 2025 on the channel. This is my series where I'm going to take a look at games that I love from the past, predominantly older games. And it's going to be a mix of genres. It's not going to be restricted to point-and-click adventures like my 2024 series was. And first up, we're going to take a look at Anachronox, as you may have already guessed, looking at the title screen. This is a 2001 sort of JRPG, sort of space epic story, sci-fi epic, from the makers of Deus Ex, among other games, Ion Storm. I loved it back in the day, played it through multiple times, and yeah, just wanted to play it on the channel really and experience it again in this way. So how's this going to work? So obviously with the point and clicks, they're shorter games generally. They were probably between 4 and 6 to 7 hours for most of them. The games I'm going to play this year are going to be a lot longer than that on the whole. So what I'm going to do is sort of have my weekend episodes are going to be on this series, and my during the week episodes will be the sort of more current games that I do playthroughs of. So every Saturday and Sunday we're going to have these episodes. I think Anachronox is probably going to be for the next couple of months, I would think, and after that we'll see what comes up next. I've got a few more games in mind to feature. Probably the one after this will be Beyond Good and Evil. I've recently picked up the remastered edition of that, which I haven't actually played the remastered version, so I'm looking forward to doing that. But this is the original launch version of Anachronox. It never got a remaster or anything. It wasn't the most successful game. I mean, nothing compared to Deus Ex. But I think it wasn't like one of those completely under the radar titles, but certainly one that I think generally get forgotten today. I really enjoyed it, as I said, and hopefully you will too. So sit back, relax, and let's watch the intro cinematic for Anachronox.
The money, Boots. Or next time, I mix and match.
Hit me.
Hasn't there been enough of that?
Have a heart.
You want to dead us, kids?
Anyone else throwing me out of windows lately?
Come clean with the debt, Sly. Dead is no slouch, and he's got muscle. He'll collect one way or the other.
Hey, money's tight. As soon as it rains,
I'll pour some.
I'll pour some.
I'd suggest a job if I thought you'd take it.
Try me.
The key to my cellar's missing.
Oh, yeah? Where's the job part come in?
When you find it, and I pay you.
Man, I need a real case. I need a challenge worthy of my deductive and pugilistic skills.
But I've got a bouncer.
Cute.
You want some real advice? Find a job. It's amazing how many of your problems it'll solve.
You think? Fatima!
What?
Anything on SenderNet?
Nothing you're sober enough for.
I'm just waiting for business to pick up. What's with the attitude?
For one, I'm sick of being dead.
And second, I'm tired of watching you drink your life away. When did you become such a bum?
I'm not a bum.
Prove it.
Bums don't have offices.
An office isn't a storage room in a cheap bar, Boots.
Hey.
It's time for a new line of work.
Forget it, sweetheart. I'm a detective. It's what I do.
Then go out and do it. I'm always here if you ever get off your butt and make useful.
And here we go. We're in control now. So, first things first, we can open up our log, basically, which is our assistant. You can probably notice the way that Boots pronounced it was as Fatima. It actually says in here somewhere, if we go down to F, yeah, Fatima, do him. Me, I was Boots' personal secretary for a long time. Then I died, and you, to be cruel, had me digitized so I could serve you in the afterlife. Thanks. Oh, and yes, you've been mispronouncing my name for years. So we're going to call her Fatima. Boots will continue to call her Fatima throughout the game. But let's head out. I'm actually going to go to the office first. We can grab some useful stuff there to begin with, and then we'll come down and chat to people. And I always play this like just, examining and chatting to as many people as I could, because they've always got unique lines to say, and they're often pretty funny. My old camera. I've taken some doozies with this. So how do I get the camera going? I can't remember. F11, there we go. So we go. We're going to be taking quite a few pictures of things. I can kind of remember a lot of the stuff we have to take photos of. I think I can kind of do that, and then what is it? Is it space? Yeah, space captures the image. I'm going to probably delete that or overwrite that, though. That's fine. Got a storeroom. We actually get the tutorial for the lock-picking mini game here. Lost the key to the back room a long time ago, but I bet I can pick the lock. Hold down control. So everyone's got a special ability, and Sly's is to pick locks. So how do we do this again? Up and down arrows above each digit, and then press space to try the numbers. So okay. Yeah, so we can kind of judge how close we are. We've got a minute to solve this. We're about in the middle, so if we do 5, that should solve it. Oh, okay, we're still a couple off. One more. Plenty of time to do this one. We're quite a way off here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Go another couple. No. Try that. I'll get into the flow again. I remember doing a lot of this back in the day. So we want to be as far as possible. I think that actually is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Yeah, just getting used to it again. Now this I don't think we can open yet. I think this is a master lock. So you can see we've got 5 locks in only 10 seconds. But we do eventually upgrade our skills, but there's no point even trying this now. I'm only 1 off, but I probably won't even get through this lock. Oh, okay. Can I get a second one? No. But it's okay. We'll come back and open this at some point in the future. We've also got some money. Hey, all that money fell out of my pocket when, yeah. I love this game so much. I may have already said this, but it's definitely one of my all-time favorite games. My old arcade machine. I had to sell all the cartridges. They suck. Yeah, you can find or buy some stuff to play on there, though. What have I got? Have I got any messages? My old intercom. Don't need it now that you're in my life, cursor, Fatima. I'll say it as Fatima when he's voicing it. Pal! Ballet Dean's been out of commission all year. Size B batteries are scarce around the bricks. Otherwise I'd have juiced them up as soon as I could. Poor little guy. We had some good times. I don't do a very good Boots voice, but I'll try and at least put on something of an approximation. There is voice acting, but it's scattered between like cutscenes and stuff. Generally, all like the sort of in-play dialogues are not voiced. Marina Silvero. Hey Boots, there's glass in your hair. I know, it's all the rage in Corsica. All the elements are falling into place. In a few weeks we'll hit Deda's fortress. Deda's kind of the crime boss who's in charge of this part of the planet. I'd ask you to join us if I thought you'd say yes. Yerokan's disappeared and he's got the blueprints. Where is that boy? We can find him for her. Who's this dude? Mardaman Nonik.
Noxguard's raided the compounds of the top 3 crime lords in the bricks last night. Guess Deda's got the house to himself now. The 3 crime lords are in detention awaiting trial. They'll all be dead within the week. Just a matter of time before we topple Deda, which is weeks away from something big. The Resistance could use you. Too bad you're... you. Hey. That hurts. Who's this guy? What a wonderfully painful spill you took there. It's a shame your neck didn't snap on impact. I delight in the sound. Buy me a drink and I'll tell you the secret to successful fighting. Yeah, alright, you can have a gut warmer. Thank you, Sly. I didn't think you would actually bite. The secret to successful fighting is learning your chops at Whackmaster Jack's Temple of Beating. He'll teach you the ropes, the cuts, and the beat. Why, he even taught my younger brother to defend himself against my knuckle hammer. Okay, yeah, we will be doing that. In fact, it's you have to go and do it. There's no way to avoid it. But Doyle the bouncer. Hey, Sly, I heard falls early this year. I was going to help you out there, but it looked like you had things under control. Yeah, you got to show me how to fall out of windows without getting hurt like that. Oh, talking to Braz Tunkel now. I'm nervous, Sly. Deda's sending people to the tunnels behind the tenements to excavate Mistec. Problem is, everyone's coming out of there minus their limbs. I don't want to fight cave monsters, and I certainly don't want to work for Deda. But a man's got to eat, right? Did I ever tell you I'm afraid of the dark? Alright, I'm not going to bother talking to Doyle anymore, but we got this girl. Hey, Buddha. Got your swan dive earlier. Pretty sweet, dude. You like that? I've been practicing all week. Hey, you still looking for work? My friend Dianamo's been exploring the tunnels for some guy. Maybe they need an extra hand. She's slumming at Frank's Flophouse if you're interested. Thanks, babe. You're a peach. All for you, Buddha. Okay, so that is a lead that we're going to follow. Now this guy's got a slab of Mistec, but we can't get it, but it does introduce the concept. Oh man, Sly. I gambled away all my money at Casinox again. All I got left is a slag of Mistec I'd found. What do you think? Should I sell this junk or what? Yeah, it's just a glorified paperweight. Sell it. Yeah, what am I thinking? Thanks for the advice, man. Hey, getting thrown out of your office window in front of everyone like that must have been pretty humiliating. Yeah, it was. Okay, so these little guys, these are the save points for the game. Try to always use them as we go past. I'm just going to rewrite over anything that I've had selected before. We are going to have a combat quite soon in a bit, but it's one that we're
sort of predestined to lose. But the first few combats we do, particularly until we get other party members, are pretty tough, so we're going to save regularly. Hey Boots, you okay, man? I didn't see what happened, but I heard you crash. You're resilient, man. This job's boring, so I've taken up drawing, you know. Mostly just doodles on the back of these concert flyers. Want to see a little picture I drew? I'm not very good. It's quite cool. If you come back to him repeatedly, he does different pictures and they sort of gradually get better. It's quite cool. You there, you're friends with Rowdy. Why does he discriminate against floaters? I only want something to drink and an interesting conversation. We, Eowa, are an intelligent, well-spoken race. My cousin, Conrad, is the master informant of the bricks. You should look him up. He likes to hang out at the Fountain Overlook. In exchange, maybe you can talk to Rowdy about letting me drink in the bar. Maybe. People look surprised when they hear an Eowa talk so eloquently, but our vocal cords are the most versatile in the galaxy. An Eowa can perfectly mimic the voice articulation of any species. Well, except the Flavini oysterfish of Tentax 10. If you heard our native language, it would burst your eardrums. I'll politely refrain from demonstrating. Alright, so we're going to go now, but we're gonna take a bit of a whack. There's not much we can do to avoid that, really.
You're gonna hit me, aren't you?
Yes, he is. Okay, so there's literally nothing I can do about this. He's just going to hit us once and we go down. And I think he robs us as well.
Was it something I said?
Yeah, to my sister.
You know, there's a special introductory offer at the Temple of Beating up the street. Maybe it wouldn't hurt to brush up on those self-defense skills, don't you think?
Yeah, we need to learn to go fight, so... Or go learn fight. Oh, no, that's the wrong way. It's this way. I always found it to be like such an imaginative game. I mean, you'll see as we walk around just the geography of everything. You're such a lucky dog sometimes, Boots. Looks like someone dropped a heel grease plus over there behind me. Yes, this is what we use to heal with. There we go. You know the drill. Press F5 to go to the party status screen. Click on the icon of your face and then click on the heel grease plus. That should bind up your wounds in no time. Alright, F5. So what, we click on Boots, and then we want to... inventory. Heel grease plus. So now, his status should be... yeah, he's got full health. So that's good. His might is bad, everything else is fair, but we're gonna... these level up. So we're not too worried just yet. Boots, he's not in a great point at the beginning of the game. Get a little fly through of the bricks now. It's quite trippy. I've no idea how the gravity of the place works. Randomly, it seems. I hate this place. I always like that line. Alright, let's talk to this guy. So something's happened down there. Looks like there's a body bag. What does this policeman say? That poor creep fell 40 feet to his death. That grav path up there must have malfunctioned. Makes you wonder if you'll be ready when your number's up. Will you have lived the life you wanted to live? Hey, how long have you been standing there? Get your kisser out of here before I scutch the teeth from your fat face. You heard me, Frowsy. Hit the bricks. Alright, yeah, the cops aren't particularly friendly. I don't need directions, so we won't talk to her. Now, one of the things we have to photograph for a quest later on is the Anachronox signs. So we're just... there is one there. So what we're going to do, we're going to photograph these as and when we come across them. So we got those ready.
Keep walking unless you want a mouthful of blood and gravel, you monkey.
That's nice. So is that... Yeah, that's where we came from. That just goes up to the top. It's like a big spiral thing, but we'll talk to this guy first.
Hey, weren't you that hot detective with the cool ride? What happened to you, man? You look awful. Don't you remember? You questioned me about a case a few years ago. You had a little toy robot taking notes for you. You were always hanging out with that really good-looking Jane. Cute brunette number. Whatever happened to her? Well, nice talking to you. Hope you got your life out of the gutter.
Alright, so here's where we want to go. This is Whackmaster Jack's. I'll save here, even though there isn't really... We won't die here, but even so, let's just save. We're not going to save again. So Whackmaster Jack is upstairs, I think. So let's go down here to begin with. Oh, this little guy.
Fortunate is it not that such a place as this exists. I have nothing to fear in the dark of the night, for I have beefy whacking at my disposal. Last night, while strolling home, someone was following me. I could tell by the sound of his dainty footfalls that he was a ruffian of the most degenerate sort. Just as he came within my grasp, I unleashed high-octane beefiness on him. I broke him, snap for snap, bone for bone. I held him like a giant paintbrush, spelling out my name on the wall with his blood. Self-defense is sweet.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like self-defense. So here's a little thing. We need PAL back up and running before we can access these little ports. So a lot of times you have to kind of take note of where the stuff is and then come back when you've got the right skills to be able to access it. I just spoke to him.
To hit or not to hit?
To hit.
Now you're talking.
Villain! Alright, let's go upstairs. Let's get some combat tutorials going on here. Going on here.
Contact my mother. Let her know what happened, please. I am so dead.
He's got them fighting this big thing.
She says she likes men with broad shoulders. Every guy she's gone out with is the size of a zongball player, but she complains they're dumb as dice. Well, I'm gonna be both. Brains and brawn all in one. I just need some help on the brawn. She will love me. Come on, Heenan, take a swing. Those robo-targets are making a joke out of you. You're a weak kid. You ain't never gonna be somebody. You must not want it bad enough, Heenan. You're just standing there. We're throwing you back on the streets if you don't step it up, Heenan. You're a disappointment, Heenan. Deader ain't gonna be happy. Beat it, Schmaguggle. Alright. Ooh, we got some things here. Looking at my bag of glowdens, eh? I've been collecting glowdens for 10 long years now. I know all about them. Glowdens are odd rodents bathed in neutron radiation. They fuel your shield cells and power belts, so they're a definite must if you're gonna get into any scraps. They were originally discovered on Hephaestus, the lava planet where all those wonky monks live, and will end up going there at some point. Glowdens are easy to breed and easy to raise from similar non-radiated rodents. They're such a cheap power source, everyone's using them now. Even Corticon finally caught on in the action and markets them. The only real nasty thing about them is their odor, and the fact that shield cells and power belts consume them. Lock, stock, and whiskers. Here, take one. It's worth 40 energy. Don't get too friendly with it. They're meant for fuel, not companionship. Got a gluten. Now these guys, I can't decipher their language yet, but I think we do find a way to do so. But let's go talk to Jack. Judging by the choice condition of that shiner, I suspect you're here to learn the fine art of the scuffle, the beat, the whack. Know then that I don't take loafers, and I don't take thieves. I take students, and I expect respect. Give me any lip and I'll fatten it. Before we begin, however, there's a small matter of my training fee. Knowledge isn't cheap, but for a mere 5 loonies, we can begin our first lesson. So in terms of the currency of the game, it explains somewhere in the sort of glossary
that actually, for some reason, the galaxy adopted the Canadian loon as the official currency. So everything's in loonies. Kind of weird. Sounds great. Here's your cash. Very good. Let's begin with a crash course on simple combat. The streets of Anachronox hide all manner of threats. You would do well to learn some basics. Come, step into the ring. You're gonna learn the way of the whack. You better cut jackwise and beef up on the fundamentals. Some of this will seem simple, basic even, but unless you got a firm grasp of the firm grasp, you're gonna be coughing up teeth instead of wisecracks the next time you're in a scuffle. Got it? So let's learn the basic abilities and concepts that can make even an infirm bag of loose change like yourself into a bastion of beathood. First of the basic abilities is might. It indicates how physically powerful you are in a fight. Something about that spare tire around your girdle tells me that ain't gonna be your forte. Might is an important attribute for both your beefiness and beat skill. The second of these basic abilities is agility. Your agility is what makes you fast, graceful, and likely to avoid a licking. A true master of agility can dodge all but the most skilled attacks. Hell, someday you might even learn to dodge that robot target behind me. Right now, though, I'm just not seeing it, Tiger. Agility is an important attribute for your speed, beat block skills. The third and last of these basic skills is wisdom. This one doesn't seem like your forte either, but let's hope for your sake there's still a brain cell or two rattling around in there.
Hold on a sec, Chief. I came here to learn how to fight. So far, all you've done is explain really obvious concepts while giving me the verbal smackdown. You gonna teach me something useful or what?
If you want to learn something, take your medicine and bridle your tongue. If you get frazzled this easily, you're gonna get sandbagged by the first scrapper you lock horns with. If you want to size up an enemy on the quick and make fast tactical decisions in the thick of the thick, drop your pride and use your brain. Your brain, squab! Wisdom boils down to intelligence, and though you can't drop an opponent with brains alone, a spoonful of wisdom can make a little might go a long way. Wisdom is an important attribute for your beat block skill. These three main attributes, might, agility, and wisdom, are what determine how good you are at all of your various skills. Until you really understand these obvious ideas, you're hopeless. Get me? Now, pay attention to the main skills used in battle. Beefiness, beat, speed, and beat block. Your beefiness is your ability to deal large amounts of raw damage. Your beat is how good you are at hitting someone. Your speed is how fast you can attack. And your beat block allows you to avoid getting hit by your opponents. With me, squab? Self-improvement's what separates us from the animals. So does a high-caliber beat pistol, which is noticeably absent from your person.
Yeah, well, about that, see,
Save it. It happens when your clientele are mostly deadbeats. I'll let you have this old Vistan pistol. It's old, it's beat up, but it's better than a bare-knuckle blood fight. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, always have your weapon equipped at all times. The last thing you want to worry about when alley goons are not kicking your teeth into kibble is getting out your sidearm and loading it. Here, take it and equip it. Now, let's see if you can shoot straight, boss.
Okay. So we're going to learn sort of the basics of combat here now. So everything's kind of, it's JRPG style. So I mean, if you've played Final Fantasy or any one of a number of JRPGs, you probably understand the basic stuff here. But we'll read through this anyway.
Okay now, this is what it looks like. It looks like whenever you get into battle. As soon as a fight breaks out, your battle plaque will appear. It contains all the information and commands you need to fight. Whenever it's your turn in combat, battle icons will appear above the plaque. These allow you to select your next move in battle. Use the attack icon to try and plant a blow to your enemy. When you click on it, icons for all hostiles in the immediate vicinity appear. Use them to choose which one to attack. The move icon allows you to sidestep to other points in the battle arena. You can only select it if there's a place to move. We can discuss this in more detail later if you decide to continue your training. The item icon allows you to use items from your inventory. Again, you will only be able to select it if you have battle-usable items in your inventory. This we can also discuss further if you decide to continue training. The action icon allows you to use something in the immediate environment, but only if you can reach it from where you're standing. This too we can scrutinize further if you continue training. Sense a trend?
Okay, so we got a little timer bar that fills up.
You might have noticed the circle filling up on your battle plaque. This, my friend, is your battle timer. You would do well to pay attention to it. You can only perform actions when it reaches full. Once it fills up, try shooting the robo-target using the attack icon, then clicking on his battle icon. You can cancel the action by right-clicking on your mouse or by hitting escape.
Okay, so we need to do this. And then his timer should stop filling up once we're in this kind of thing. So if you'd get different icons for different enemies, but we've only got the one, so we click on that, and Boots will shoot. Did 11 damage. It's going to hit back, though. Biff, biff. He did 74 damage to us.
Did you think you'd just take a poke without fighting back? Can't stir up a hornet's nest without getting stung. That's why it's important to keep an eye on your health. Your health bar shows you how much life you have left. Looks like he landed quite a wallop. Go ahead and take another shot at him, and then we'll move on.
Okay, shooty shoot. Not doing a tremendous amount of damage.
Not bad, kid, but you need to loosen up. You hold the gun like it's a dead rat. You gotta wrist it better. You got plenty of potential, but don't let it get to your head, especially after seeing what that robot droid did to you with one hit. You're gonna need a ton of tutoring if we're gonna shape you up into a bastion of unstoppable beathood. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't normally do this, but you can't learn or pay me if you're dead. Some porker once paid me with a life curse shield upgrade. Since I don't even own one, why don't you take it? No, really, you caught me on a generous day. Go ahead and apply the upgrade. I'm curious to see if it's got any guts.
So this is basically a special ability that we can use.
Now that we spiced up your life curse, you'll notice a new battle icon and a full bar that we haven't discussed yet.
Down here at the bottom, this blue one.
Pay attention. Here's the fun stuff. This new icon is for your battle skill. Battle skills are special moves you can perform during battle. They're quite powerful, but require special energy to execute. Unlike beat attacks, you can do every turn. The special energy, which slowly accumulates during battle, is called booge. Keep track of how much you have left with your booge bar. Note the different battle skills use different ones. But enough talk. Let's use your new battle skill by clicking on the battle skill icon, selecting the battle skill of your choice, and then clicking on your image.
Okay. So we'll do this. We'll use our special thing. We're going to use Fatima screen on Boots. And this will mitigate a certain amount of the damage output of enemies. It shields us a little bit. It'll still do damage, but it'll do less. And we can see it here that it's in effect.
Let's cut it up, boy.
So he only did half damage to us that time.
Excellent. Last time the robo target hit you for 74 damage. With the upgrade screen, he only hit you for 36. Quite a difference. Well, congratulations, Squab. You survived your first lesson. Now that you know the basics, we can build on them. It's part of the introductory offer at the Temple of Beating. Every new client gets 2 heel grease plus at the end of their first session. Judging by the way that robot beat you around, you're gonna need it. Come grab me again when you're ready for your next lesson.
Ooh, Boots has got a level. Now, I don't think we can sort of apply that to anything, but it will gradually increase our skills as we level up, as well as our, where does it say my, yeah, 200 health. We had 100 health, now we have 200, so that level up has, I think you gain 100 health per level, I think, but don't quote me on that. We're actually, because we leveled up, we actually don't need to apply that heel grease, so I'll just keep that for now. But you can see this was fair before. It's gone up to good now, which is nice. Anyway, let's go and activate the next lesson. We get a few things out of it. He gives us a shield belt as well, which is kind of cool.
The last lesson got your blood pumping, didn't it? Ready for more?
Bring it.
That's the spirit. Crack your knuckles, pull up your socks, and let's begin. The next major element you need to learn about is distance. The distance between you and your enemies can make all the difference in the world. For example, someone who fights with their bare hands or a stick needs to be close to their enemy in order to land a blow, while someone with a gun can attack from further away. Don't roll your eyes at me, Squab. For all I know, you haven't got a cent of common sense in that cranium. Till you prove otherwise, I gotta state the obvious. There are 2 attack types, melee and range. Melee attacks require the attacker to be close, while ranged attacks can be done from a distance. I saw that. I swear to class, son, if you roll your eyes at me one more time and I'll knock him out for good. You hear me? Now how about we beat some of that attitude out of you?
Okay, so this time he just... Okay, well...
You remember your last lesson taught you about the different battle types? Well, we're going to focus on the move command now. When you click on the move icon, the moving grid will appear, allowing you to select any available node you want to travel to. Let's try an exercise. I'm going to set the robo-target to melee attack only. Try avoiding it for as long as possible using the move button. Let's see how far those chicken legs get you.
Okay, so we're going to move... Saying we could only move there, so I guess we'll do that. He is faster than us. We might be able to get another move out of it. Nope.
Not as quick as you think you are, huh? Not the most useful tactic in battle, but it's nice to know your options in a pinch. Listen, if you're gonna make a habit out of getting slapped around every time I throw you in the ring, I'd better teach you how to heal yourself. I personally recommend Cardicom Heal Grease for all your healing needs. This antibiotic healing grease prevents scars, infection, and relieves pain. It's a specially formulated compound salve that works instantly on humans, non-humans, and bots alike. I imagine a downtrodden bastard such as yourself should keep one handy at all times. Hey, luckily for you, Cardicom gives me a free supply of standard heal grease every month for endorsing their product. Here's a sample tube. To use the heal grease, you'll need to select the item icon, choose the heal grease, then click on your portrait on the battle plaque. Pay attention, son. The wandering mind is the first to get torpedoed.
Okay. Let's just use a normal heal grease on ourselves. That should be enough.
Feels nice, don't it? You can never have enough heal grease to stock up when you have the chance, my boy. On the other hand, heal grease is unnecessary if you never take damage in the first place, which brings us to our next exercise. Now that we made appropriate changes to the arena, I'm going to teach you something that might give you the whip hand in an encounter. Sometimes you'll have the opportunity to use the surrounding environment to your advantage. Whenever you're standing next to something that can be used in battle, the action icon will appear. Take a good look at the current movement grid. Note there are 2 places for you to move, directly in front of you and to your left. Step to the node on your left using the move icon and use the action icon to activate the switch there. Okie doke.
So he will move forward, I think. Let's use that.
See what you done now? Take another look at the movement grid. Notice the lasers are now cutting off that node. Since the robo-target's set to melee mode, he can't attack you. Take this opportunity to show him bedlam with your ranged weapon. Dust him.
Did more damage that time. Remember, we were only doing 11 before.
You're making progress, Squab. Just realize that having a ranged weapon doesn't always mean you'll hit your intended target. Line of sight can come into play during battle as well. For example, if someone stands directly between you and the enemy, chances are you won't target them and vice versa. Okay, I can see you're getting that insolent look again. We better end this lesson before you push me too far and I cane your face. Come grab me again when you're ready for your next lesson.
Which we shall do now. And then we can get out of the Temple of Whacking and get on with our quest to not be a complete down and out bum. Okay, let's bring it again.
You're almost ready to graduate from the Temple of Beating, but there's still a handful of tricks left to show you. Why don't we step into the ring for your final lesson? Some adversaries you encounter will have attacks with lingering properties. These effects are called status effects. Take, for instance, the bindle bag. When you throw one at an enemy, they'll experience a burn effect until the flames go out. The same is true if someone nails you with one too. Here, take these bindle bags and test them out on our friend here.
Yeah, we're gonna use the item icon. Take a bindle bag, throw it at the bot. So it does instant damage and then should set them on fire.
Nice, looks like you blew off some of its fiddly bits. As you can see, status effect items make excellent weapons in battle. But with better weapons comes the need for better defense. That's where shield cells come in. Shield cells give you an extra layer of protection, forcing your enemies to chew through your shields before they can get to you. I'll let you borrow an old shield cell for training purposes, but don't even think about running off with it. Even my worst shield cell is worth more than everything you own. Well, except maybe the life cursor. As with the weapons and equipment, shield cells must be equipped before battle. Alright, let's test this sucker out. Notice that before you were using the shield cell, you had 200 health, but now you've got 40 more hit points. That extra health is from the shield. Let me activate the robo-target so you can test your personal shield in action. Okay, so I guess we just shoot him. Poof, poof. See, you barely managed to scrape you that time. The shield took the brunt of the beating. It's the last and most important advice I'm gonna give you, son. Invest in a shield pack. Now, give it back before you forget to return it. And I think we're done. And with that, I send you off into the great, big, wonderful world of beating strangers, my boy. Swagmaster Jack can teach you no more. Anything else you're gonna learn, you gotta earn at the cost of your own blood out there in the field where it counts. Give and take, cut and thrust, make 'em bray. Never be afraid to shoot 'em in the ding-dong. Take care, kid. Don't die dumb or anything, although in your case, I guess that's inevitable. Pleasant journeys.
Thank you, Jack. Off we go. And as we leave, we'll save again, so we don't have to go through the combat tutorial again. And pretty much the hardest fight in the entire game is the first proper one we come to. I'm not even kidding, it's crazy. I'll probably have to replay it multiple times. And it's mainly because it's that you're against two opponents and it's only you. We don't have to wait too long before we get someone in our party. I can't remember who's first, it's probably Pal. But we do have to do a fight solo before then. Frank's Flophouse, this is where we want to go. Vertigo! Here! Now! Low dizzy, must breathe deep. I tried to walk up the sloped green grav path that leads to Casinox, just around the corner, but as soon as I felt myself walking up the wall, I panicked and kicked off. The relative gravity system is madness. When I look up and see people walking on the ceilings, it just breaks my mind. It reminds me too much of Madeline. The key is to stay on the same plane. Here we go. Okay, this isn't the first fight, but it is. This is the guy who beat us up originally. So actually, this isn't the fight I was thinking of. I forgot about this one. So we're just gonna let's just shoot him to begin with. Oh, we should have probably healed after Whackmaster's Jack. I forgot. I didn't realise we'd keep that damage. I think I'm going to put on the Bouge bar. Because that'll limit how much damage we take. We'll probably have to do this, heal, and then we can start shooting him again, I think. I don't want to use the bindle bags, because I think I need to save those for the harder fight. So this one is fairly tough. Yeah, so we're gonna have to heal now on our turn. I'm hoping he doesn't get another attack in for us, because it's going to be pretty tight. Yeah, he does. We're on 9. So let's use a heal grease plus. That should get us back to full. And hopefully we can actually start doing some damage to him now.
Transition minor on plate sections 28, 15, 31, and 9. Commence in 15 seconds.
Might take another one.
Please keep area clear. The district of South Anachronox is not liable for injury or death resulting from plate transitions. Stand by.
This might be the killing blow. Yeah, there we go. So combat's pretty tough until you get other people to A, do more damage, and B, okay, we didn't get a level. We did get a heal grease plus, which we're going to use to heal ourselves now. Yeah, A, to do more damage, and B, to be an extra target for enemies. Getting a shield will help. I can't remember when we can actually achieve that, though. Blur, bugs are crawling on that thing.
What did he look like?
Bandana and a ponytail, I think. I don't remember. It happened so fast. I'm pretty sure he was shirtless and his nipples were pierced, and I think I caught a whiff of spasm perfume.
Did you notice anything funny about his eyes?
Now that you mention it, one eye was completely red.
Then he's a member of the Junkyard 20 gang. Their numbers have grown ever since the Sacred Falls disbanded after the sewer wars. Admission to the Junkyard 20 demands a painful rite of passage. They hollow out the inductee's left eye with a Gorian heat fork and some disinfection acid. Then a ruby robo eye cup is stuffed into the empty socket. I doubt we'll find your purse, ma'am, but I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, officer. You're so unbelievably nice for a Nox guard.
Would you like me to walk you home, ma'am?
Heavens no, my dog would disown me.
Now that's high comedy, folks. Hey, shut up.
Alright, we can use Fatima to activate the elevator. I will take the I'm going to take the opportunity to save just whenever we go past one, to be honest. I'm going to kill him. No, wait. First I'm going to take all his money, and then I'm going to kill him. My father deserved better. Simon Langer must die for what he did. Too bad his address isn't listed on Sendernet, but we can find it, so we'll remember that. And now the Overlook is where the information guy is.
I know secrets. Lots of them. We could share a few if you've got any to spare.
Look, you little beefer. I know every stoolola from here to the reservoir. And you ain't a regular.
Regardless, I know things. For example, one of Detz's crash doctors threw a private dick out a window today, just a few blocks away from here. Flung like a rag doll.
So you heard about that, huh? Big deal. You gotta do better than that if you want to impress me.
Your first pet was a miniature Spitzer named Earl.
What's your rate, Chunker?
Strictly a quid pro quo arrangement. I believe the free exchange of information should be the goal of every civilized society. Don't you think? Keeps everyone just a little more honest.
So I gotta share my dirt with you before you'll sprinkle any of your own, huh?
That's the idea. I'll be here for the next few hours if you have any inquiries, Detective.
Eddie knows. Alright. We haven't got anything for him yet, but we will get some.
You seen this woman?
So she is the one in Rowdy's. Nope. No, never seen her.
Right. Run along.
We got an Anachronox symbol. I'm gonna... Hang on. How do I delete? I can't remember how I delete now. Delete is the delete button, funnily enough. Alright. There's a guy on fire around here.
Someone's on fire just round the corner. This area's closed off until he puts himself out.
Can we see him? We heard him scream. I think he's just running around. There he is. That's on fire. Alright, we'll have to come back later. We'll keep going this way. So we're coming up to the tough fight. We do get to save just before it, so we shouldn't lose any progress, but I don't think I'll... Well, we'll see. I don't have high hopes of doing it on my first go, because you have to get a little bit lucky and them missing you with some shots and you hitting them with everything. Let's just save over that one. Tell you what, I might do the fight first and then look around this area afterwards, because, like I said, I mean... Here we go, we've got two people, it sucks. He actually missed, which is good. So that's a good start. But I can't do. Oh, the bouge bar's not filled. All right, just take that. I think in that case, let's start off with a bindle bag on you. They missed me with their first 2 attacks, which is very fortunate. So he's gone. Okay, that's good. If they land their first 2 attacks, it gets very tough for us very quickly. But them missing their first 2 is good. And it's not scripted. Let's get this up.
Warning. Transition minor. Plate sections 32, 33, 11, and 6 will commence in 15 seconds.
I mean, we should have this now. So
Please keep area clear. The district
I'm not
of
too
South
worried anymore.
Anachronox
I
is
think
not liable for
3 hits on
interior
him should be
damage
fine, and then we'll
from
heal up at the end.
transition. Stand by. Transition complete.
Oh, what's that? Okay, he's put a bindle bag on us, so we're going to take a big chunk of damage and be on fire. Actually, it wasn't as much damage, probably because we had the Fatima screen up, but we are on fire, so we're going to take regular damage until the end of the battle. Can't remember how much. Oh, no, that was enough. Alright. That's cool. I built up that battle a bit. As I said, we got very lucky that they missed us with their first 2 attacks. If not for that, I'm pretty sure we'd have failed. Okay, got a heal grease though, so let's use that now. We'll just use the basic heal grease. Right, so there was a chest or something back here. Let's go do that now. Actually, I'm going to save first, because that went way better than that fight usually goes for me. An envelope with $50 in it. Take that. And can I go in here? Yeah, this is something. What is this? Don't touch anything. Who's this guy? Something wrong with my bot, man. It's not the engine, it's not the wiring, it's not the circuitry. I don't know what's wrong with her. They better fix my baby. Right, who are you?
Gala ever tell you how she got into this business? She started her career as a cyberneticist, but when her son was nearly killed in a swerver accident, she devised a radical new grafting process to save him. It was a major advancement in traditional biomelding techniques. Gala's a multimillionaire, but she insists on working the shop herself. Here in Anachronox of all places. She said something about the bricks needing her help most. Don't tell her I told you that Mum would kill me.
Oh, is that her son? It's weird when you get a new limb. It slowly stimulates the nerve endings surrounding where the skin meld took place. The signal feels like a little tingle for the first few hours while your brain sensors learn to interpret the sensation. Soon your mind adjusts to the stimulation and the new limb starts to feel exactly like the old one. I think I'm going to do it to my other arm. Yeah, we got anything here? Nah. Nothing there. Where's the lady herself? Maybe she's up here. My stupid kid broke his arm trying to reach a bipidry working on a construction strut. Little brat. Gala! Where's she gone? Ooh. We've got a taco. And taco stands for totally arbitrary collectible object, I believe. It's just a collectible that exists only to be a collectible and nothing else. It has no other use or value. I want to talk to Gala. Where's she gone? Here she is. Nice to see you alive and kicking, Boots. I wish Audetta had sent you to Marbletown. Oh, what we got? Now, a Time Minder tier resurrects. It says a deadish character. I think if you get knocked out of battle, this can bring you back. How much money? I've got 214 bucks, so I can't afford that. I'm going to take some basic heal greases because they give us. They're a nice little top up. I'll take 5. There we go. Going back to Gala soon. All right, let me leave here now.
See those little gut bugs? They breed on the warm underbelly of the conductor pipes and mold under the grating before coming up to search for food. Careful where you step. The Brabulans have an old saying. Step on a grub, your life will stub. Well, something gets lost in the translation, but you get the point. It's bad luck, man.
That sweet smell isn't the fruiter. Gub bug excrement is coated with a syrupy oil that attracts speeder lice, their main dietary staple. It's funny, they literally duke what they eat. That fruiter vendor probably regrets setting up shop here, huh? No wonder he's always in such a foul mood. Man, check out the spiracle on that one. I think I'm in love.
Steal not the fruiter. Delicious fruiter raised with love and carnival seeds. Lovely fruiter, coveted by greedy eye and greedy hand. Precious fruiter, cultivated by class itself. Beautiful fruiter, constant target of hungry thievery. Do not touch the fruiter fresca, it is not for sale. And these guys also speak an alien language that we can't understand at the moment. Ooh. More bugs. We need those bugs later, but we don't know to collect them yet. Don't think we can go down here at this stage.
Transition Plate 27 is currently unaligned. Please keep this area clear in the event of a transition. The district of South Anachronox is not liable for injury or death resulting from plate transitions.
Alright, come out. I've just seen there's another Anachronox. So, okay, thank you. Ugh, so slow. But I've seen another Anachronox symbol, so let's take that. Oh, why has it gone all the way out there? I don't know. Anyway, I think there's 10 in total to get. Who's this? Anything around here? Not right now. Let's do this first. Nice view, huh? If I was going to kill myself, this is where I'd jump from. People take the one-way dive from up here all the time. It happens pretty often around here. Really, the only thing stopping me from taking the plunge myself is the new Beatles album coming out next month. I gotta hear it. They're kind of like the in-universe version of the Beatles. They're called the Beatles. You remind me of a guy in my precinct. He's different from the rest of the Nox guards. He wears a leather jacket over his uniform and a pair of jeans. He's got his own set of rules, testing the limits of the law with his own brand of street justice. And I hate him. So get away from me before I take it out on your face. There's not much point talking to these guys until I can speak that alien language. There's something under here, I think. Maybe not. With the save point, though. Okay. I think we're just going to keep exploring, to be honest. I can't remember exactly where we should and shouldn't go at this stage. Can I go in here? No, I can't go in here. Fair enough. Let's keep going down. Oh. This is another image quest. Let's take this all the way to the end. We've got to capture pictures of these little red creatures. Again, I think there's 10 of them in the game. I can't quite remember. They're scattered across the galaxy, basically. I can't remember all the spots because it's been quite a few years since I played, but Eddie knows. Alright, let's catch up on our quests. So we're looking for Frank's Flophouse. There's a girl called Dianimo we may be able to speak to. Looking for a rumor, but we'll see. There's a mysterious guy somewhere in the bricks named Eddie who knows things. Yeah. So we'll keep an eye out for him as well. Let's keep going down. Although I think now, to get down to the ground level, I think I need to go in the elevator. That's good though, because that's pretty much the only spot you can see that little red... they're called Bipidri, or Bipidri. And the red ones are quite rare. Sometimes you can hear them, but you can't see them, and then, you know, every few seconds they'll move across a spot where you can actually see them. So it's a good one to grab when you actually can see one. I can't remember exactly when we got our first party member.
District of South Anachronox
I'd like to add him
hotline
as
for
soon as
injury or
possible.
death resulting from plate transition.
We'll see.
Stand by.
What's this? So this is... Oh, this is Frank's Flophouse. So let's see if we can find Dianimo. These guys.
We are alien magicians. Beware our wily tricks. See our magical arm movements. Imagine our feats of amazingness. Our illusions will blind you. Our spells possess you.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much what they say. Who's this guy? Svetaphone. I can't believe Frank is letting that time minder hang out in his place of business. All they do is sit around waiting for people to give them affection and feed them the life, eh? Time minders perceive time as a simultaneous occurrence, not a progression. For them, time doesn't move forward like it does for us. Everything is occurring at the same time. Their birth, their death, it's all happening now. They all see all time as a whole. When you pet one, you achieve a small measure of immortality. You exist in their memory not just at the moment, but at every moment they ever have and ever will experience. Or something like that. Most people pet time minders for any big undertaking, but methinks people pet them a little too often. It's kind of cool they have this sort of in-universe lore explanation for these save points. I like that. Frank? Need a room. What room's Dianimo in? It's confidential. In fact, there's about $5 worth of confidentiality. Yeah, I don't need your help. No, screw you. I don't need your money. But I think we can... There's a few rooms we can just sort of lockpick our way into. This is one we can do. So let's see. This one. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just a couple of blocks, I think. Another couple. Might be the wrong direction, I guess we'll see. Yeah, that was the wrong direction, so we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, back the other way. And there we go. Oh, this is Dianimo, I think.
Excuse me.
No, come on in. I could use the company.
Sylvester sent me to see you about a job.
Forget about it. This old guy, Grumpos, he hires me to go into the tunnels, right? Bring back some mistech, easy job. Hell, I wasn't there 10 minutes when something came out of nowhere and did this to me. I mean, look. Look at me. And the old bastard won't even pay me. He said, no mistech, no money. He's in the tenements next to the movie theater, if you want to punch him in the face for me. Right in the face.
Yep, we're going to go see Grumpus. He's an old bastard, but I like Grumpus. He's quite funny. But I think this is a shield cell. Hey, that's Sylvester's bracelet. Can you take it back to her? Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Yeah, so we're equipping it now. Oh, it's not... Okay, so what this does, you can actually see it here. The line is where we're at default on speed. This actually adds a decent level of speed to our stuff, so... Yeah, we'll definitely give it back to her, hey? I mean, at some point we won't be using it, because it won't be... We'll have better stuff. But for now, I'm going to hang on to that, I think. Who's this guy? Look around, this was a mausoleum. Hey, don't run away from me. You should hear this if you're ever going to sleep here. Close your eyes and picture this place, hundreds of years ago, stuffed from floor to ceiling with thousands of aliens dead from plague. If you have nightmares here tonight, you'll know why. Last week, something woke me up in the middle of the night. I felt claustrophobic, like I was trapped within stone walls. My only impulse was to break out of here, but I was too confused to move. Then the feeling went away as quickly as it came. I think I was having a psychic connection with one of the plague spirits. Okay, let's stop talking about this. Can we get in there? Doesn't look like it. Sometimes it's worth just walking up to a door though, because you might get a loading transition, but not that time. This looks like... I think there's a master lock in here, so there's definitely one we can't get into, I think. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it's only one away. Let's just try one tick. Yep. Let's try 2. Perfect. What do we got? Ooh, got a heel grease. And whatever's going on with this guy. I swilled too much Bazoola. I'm gonna spew. I'm gonna hurl all over the room. I'm gonna pass out. I think you might have passed out. Having a party for one in there by the look of it. This might be the one we can't open. Let's find out. No? No, we should be able to get in here. Okay. Try one. There we go. Couple. Went the wrong way, so 1, 2, 3, 4, back the other way. Couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, back the other way. There we go. Is there anything here I can loot? Don't think so. Alright. Zzz. Eddie knows. He knows. Eddie knows Anachronox. Knows Anachronox like the back of his... Mom, that's butter. Mom? Okay, kind of weird, but... This Eddie guy, he's... we should try and find him. Okay, that's about it for here. Alright. Who are you? I'm never gonna get any sleep. My brother talks in his sleep like all night. Weird things. Oh, that's probably his room then. I wouldn't mind as much if we didn't have a shipment of spices to deliver to Cordoba tomorrow. Can't handle another night without sleep. Alright, so there's another area we can go to in here. There's a room down here. Can't remember what's in it. We might not even be able to access it at this time. Taco Tuesday. I think it's actually this door. This might be the master lock. No? No, it's an easy one. Alright, let's go in. Let's try 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. See, I'm sure there's a door in here that I can... Oh, alright, there's another one I can go through. Do it. So in this game, it's always worth exploring every, like, possible corner. Like, because you'll find better weapons and stuff, like, sort of hidden out of the way. Or just all collectible things, or, you know, I don't think I did anything there. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think, on that one, because it's in the middle. Oh, probably did that one. Ooh, a bit close, that one, actually. Frank's Privacy Lounges. I've been to some pretty primo bachelor parties in here. I've heard it's the prime spot for all the hidden deals as well. Frank doesn't care what goes on down here as long as he doesn't foot the cleaning bill. Is there anything here? Let's go through a few doors. You definitely come down here later on and there's something happening. But right now, not much. Alright, well, the doors won't re-lock, so when we do actually have to come down here later on, we'll still be able to get through. Easy enough. Don't think there's anything else in here worth looking at. Hey kiddo, I just ran a Sentinel search on this Grumpos character. His last name is Metavestros, and he was at the curator of the Mystech Museum until about 6 months ago when he retired. Luckily for you, she was right. He lives just across the street in Building 5. Make sure to check their building directory. His apartment number isn't listed. Oh, yeah. It was always kind of weird that there was a loading screen just there. One loony will lead you wherever you want to go. So yeah, okay. Well, I don't need help getting around. Oh well, excuse me. That's just the lift back up. That's the movie theatre. Who's this guy? Hermalian Yar.
Sir, I'm part of a lobby of concerned citizens. Can we talk for a moment? A growing number of citizens are concerned with the current state of affairs on Anachronox. We feel the best solution to the crime problem is to come under PAX protection. I'm circulating a petition asking the City Council to apply for limited PAX membership. Would you be interested in signing it? No? Thanks for your time.
Okay, you can't get in there. But... oh, he's got some mistake down there, but I think we need to learn his language before he'll do anything for us. Cecil de Cruz.
Hope you didn't sign that petition. Joining PAX would only hurt us. We barely have a working economy as it is. If 1/4 of that goes to PAX, it'll put a dent in our livelihood. PAX isn't just isn't cost effective. We'll deal with the crime problem around here on our own, know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, this is another alien type, so I don't think I can talk to him yet. Yeah. We'll, I forget how exactly, but at some point we learn the alien languages. Can't remember when or where, though. We spoke to him. So building 5, that's where Grumpos is. Can I do anything in the theatre? Go talk to this guy.
A girl like that shouldn't be working as a ticket girl, don't you think? I'd destroy armies for a girl like that. Look at those eyes. That's the real deal. She looks a little like an old girlfriend I used to have. Same attitude. She's getting me all stirred up. Makes me want to go home and get creative. I could stand here all day. Hey, I think I will.
Look, if you're not going to buy a ticket, you're going to have to leave.
Free planet, baby. I know my rights.
Stand by.
This cree's been ogling me all afternoon.
Transition complete.
I'm just going to sort of explore the rest of this area before I go and see Grumpos. Oh, he's got a weird one of these things. I found this little critter half dead near the reservoir pipes. I took it home and nursed it back to health. I just wish I knew what it was. It's been eating rats around my apartment. Seems to like the taste of meat. Wonder how big it'll get. Well, we'll find out quite shortly. And the answer is pretty big. So this is to the next area, but... looking at that billy figure up there is giving me awful flashbacks. The reproductive process of their species requires both the male and female to gestate half the egg. They can join their infant by lining up their rather complicated plumbing in one of the most disgusting processes in the galaxy. I should know, I was a syrup mopper in the Bilfigian hospital for 3 months. I couldn't hack it. I get sick just thinking about it. But that's that alien up there. That's the next scene transition. Area transition.
Where exactly do you think you're going?
Sorry, I thought this would be a good place to take a leak.
Don't you see we're busy brutalizing someone here?
Yeah. Okay, let's go see Grumpos before we move on to another area. And I might just tap the time minder before we go. And we've got another loading screen. There we go. But nice and quick though. Nice. It's an old game, so these things don't tend to take very long. What are you doing here?
What are you looking at? Ain't you ever seen a female Noxcar before?
So the building directory. So I can't click on this, but we can see. So we want G. Matavastros, if we can see him anywhere. There's C10, Hobocop. I imagine some of these are probably like the developers and stuff, and like in-jokes. Oh, he's right. He's C19. He's right at the end. Okay. But we also want... he may not be listed here, but we're going to knock on all the doors and all the levels anyway, because there's some we can just get into. But there's that guy... You remember that that woman was looking for someone to get revenge on him? I can't remember his name. Was it Simon something? He's in here somewhere. I can't get into Section D. Alright, so I can't do anything about this level. So let's move on to Section A. We'll just work through it. Oh, or not. maybe it's is it just section C we go to then? Alright. Let's work our way up though. So 1 is probably this level, right? Yeah. So let's start at level 2 and we'll work up. Was it Simon Black or was her name something Black? I can't remember now. But we're just gonna go. I hear running water in there. Should I knock? Yes.
Hold on a second, I'm in the shower. Yeah, what do you want?
How about 75 loonies to save your life?
You crazy? I don't have that kind of money just sitting around. Get out of here before I ring the Knox guards.
So that's the Simon Black, I think. So he's in C5. We're going to go and tell her where to find him. But some of these we can get into. Some of them I don't think we can, but this one we can. So that's 4, I think. A couple. So wait, when it's in the middle, what is it? It must be... Try 3? Yeah. Oh, he's got a life cursor. What else have you got in here? Ah, heel grease, take that. I forget exactly where Boots gets his new weapon from, like his next tier weapon. I don't think it's imminent, but I'll try and keep an eye out for it. Nope. Nope. No. Okay, so that's it for this floor. Let's go up to 3. Oh, is that one open? So it's probably 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's just one away. I never really mind the mini games in this game. Maybe some people don't care for them, but they were sort of quick and breezy enough, and everyone's got a different sort of type of mini game with different mechanics to it as well. I can't really remember the others that well. I think they're all fairly doable. What's this? I'd love to find like a shield belt or something somewhere. I think you can buy them, but they're pretty pricey. Ooh, gained a level. So you do gain XP for doing your little side things. So if we look at Boots' stats, can we sort of obviously see what's changed? Still bad might. Good. What was the beat? Was that bad before or poor? I can't remember. But he's got 300 health now, so he's getting a little bit tankier, which is always good. We're going to be going into a dungeon crawl, essentially, quite soon. Where there's a lot of fighting. So we kind of want to be as geared up as we can be by the time we get there. I can't remember how the leveling works with the other characters either, whether they level up at the same rate as everyone else. That's possible, or whether they have to be in your party. I can't remember. Open. Looking good in here? Yeah. Nothing. Alright. Wait a minute. I think I just got turned around. I think I'd already picked that lock. Yeah, that's where I gained a level. Okay, no, that's fine. Momentary confusion. Alright, the next floor is Grumpus's one. He's right at the end of the hall.
he's 19. So is it? Yeah, so this is the only one that's open on this floor. This must be where this Matavastros character lives. But not Festival. No answer. Doesn't seem like he's home. Let's knock again. Still no answer. Pick the lock. Always struck me as funny that we've picked all the locks on this in this building, and this is the one he's worried about. I think it's just for dramatic effect. I don't think there was any suggestion we've set off any kind of security alarm or anything.
Think you could slink into my home that easily, you little thief?
I'm not a thief.
Says he after breaking into my house.
No, I'm not a thief. I'm looking for work.
Smartass.
I heard you were hiring for a plunder job at the tunnels. I thought...
Who told you that?
Dianimo?
Dianimo? That pitiful excuse for a thief. She ain't getting a penny out of me. Not one, you hear that? I feel bad for the girl, but she wasn't hired to fail, and I ain't paying for pity. Tell Dianimo she doesn't get paid until she makes good on what she was contracted for.
Well, you know, actually, I'm not here for Dianimo. I'm here to finish her job.
What did you say?
The tunnels. The Mistech. I'm your man. I'm experienced and expensive, available.
Yeah, and desperate from the look of it. No thanks.
Come on, Gramps, I'm up to snuff. Just give me a chance. You need an escort, I need a job. What do you say? Is that a yes? No?
I'm in the middle of something. Will you stop distracting me?
But you're not listening. If you need a man to plunder the tunnels for you, look no further. I'm your... Whoa. Okay. Who's obsessed?
Unlocking the hidden power of Mistech is my life's work. I'm closing in on a breakthrough. I can feel it, but I need more samples.
So what's the problem?
My last hero sallied forth and got her limbs ripped off. How are you any better than her?
I'm a professional.
Prove it. Bring me the helmet of a Nox guard.
I can do that. That's easy.
Size 5.
Brother, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Splendid. Get out!
Alright, so our quest now is to find a size 5 Nox Guard helmet. And there are clues to help us get to the right place, but we're gonna continue to explore for a little while. Doop. Back through his apartment. So the thing we can do is just start talking to all the Nox Guards we find, and they might point us in the right direction. We've got a Mistech Museum member card, that'll be handy. Got anything else to loot off him? And his room. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, that will help us actually get in the museum, which is good. Alright,
Alright, let's beat this joint. Blow this joint. Beat this joint. Beat it. Blow this joint. Those are the two things you say. Not what I said. Let's beat this joint. Alright, it's probably worth saving, having done all that stuff. Let's start down here. We're just going to continue moving through. I need to be on the lookout for more Anachronox symbols. I don't think there's one near here. Eddie knows. I keep seeing these spray painted everywhere. Who the hell is Eddie? Don't worry, we're going to meet Eddie. Ah. Okay, now this leads down to the tunnel, so we're going to have to come back out of here. I can't believe it, they've got a Mephidian door lord guarding the entrance to the Mistech tunnels over there. I never thought I'd ever see one, especially in a dump like the Bricks. Such a majestic creature, take a look. Thousands of years of natural selection have perfected a race of flawless guards. While they're still in the womb, they're taught to keep watch over their mother while she sleeps by listening through her stomach and warning her of danger by kicking. Their word for door literally translates into protect. He is physically incapable of letting anyone pass that door without sacrificing his own life in the process. Isn't that awesome? You should wonder what's in the tunnels. I mean, aside from the Mistech. Did you know that Debtor collects Mistech? He's got a huge collection. Funny that a thug like that would be into antiques. He's been sending his boys in there with cardboard boxes. Some of them come back with Mistech. Some come back without their arms. Some don't come back at all. Now they're sending in work for hires. They come back empty-handed. Should I go talk to him? Bet you Eddie would know how to get past him. Aha. It's all coming together.
The scientific community must be given access to these tunnels. How can these Debtor characters just stake his claim on public property with a wave of his hand?
You just don't understand, do you?
Why don't you make me understand, officer?
I'd love to, just as soon as this guy gets out of my hearing range. Beat it, buttsteak. I'm about to get my evening exercise. Let me talk to this guy. I am a Mephidian door lord. I cannot allow you past this door.
Transition complete.
Okay. Got a few hoops to jump through to get in there, but it's okay. Yeah, I can't get that off of him, and I can't talk to him yet, so... let's head back up. I think we can get into the Casinox area now. I just about hear that red bipedry singing. Helmet? Size 5 helmet? Oh, it's funny you should ask. The guy who found out his wife was pregnant this morning was complaining about it in the locker room. I think he's patrolling the platform area today. Okay, so that's this direction. Oh, we got another fight here. Okay. Oh, I'm on fire now. Don't know what that gold shield means, so it's probably my speed boost thing I'm wearing? I don't know. I'm gonna, let's see if we can bindle bag one of these guys out of here. Who was the one who hit me? I think it was the other one. So if I could kill this guy in one hit, that'd be nice. Yeah. That's pretty bad. Oh, you're chucking another one. Oh, you missed it this time. So I think what I shall do, I'm going to put my... Actually, let's see... No, let's put my screen up first. The yellow shield, I think they're usually like environmental defense. I wonder if that Sylvester's bracelet gave me some resistance to something, I'm not sure. Oh, stop chuck. Okay, you can chuck those and miss them all day long as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to shoot him now.
Will commence in 15 seconds.
Now we've leveled up a couple times, so we might be doing more damage. 39. Okay, that's a bit better.
Still
going to take a couple of shots, I think.
South Anachronox is not liable for injury or death resulting from plate transition. Stand by. Transition complete.
Should be a knockout. There he goes. Okay, well, let's use the heel grease we found. Yeah, so what does this do? Can I not take it off? Oh, no, I can. And if I put that on, that's so you can see where the green thing goes up on the speed. I'm wondering if it's giving me resistance to something. Can't tell. Okay, inventory. Let's do one. It's only 22 points off maximum. I think any of the others would be a bit wasteful at this stage. Did we speak to these guys? We're sailing on bad doper, man. They sold us some cheap flea powder down the street. It wouldn't get a bippy high.
Pure caca, man.
Want to take a walk? No. I think we spoke to him. Did I? Was this a master lock? I can't remember now. Oh, we found another envelope with $50 in it? That's weird. Yeah. Okay, so platform this way, yeah. So the area to the left down there was the one that was blocked off by the guy on fire previously, I think. But we can get through it now.
What are you doing here? Hope you're not looking to just tip your hat and pass go. Nuh-uh. Got the word today. Yo Green's no good with us, not until you square your debts with the man. Don't you got ears for what I'm saying? Beat it, Boots. Nothing personal, but you ain't kosher. Unless you got a pretty ass in disguise, you ain't getting in here.
I don't think we ever do get in there. This guy's a bit worse for it. They say I've hoisted too many highballs. Threw me out on my pucker. I'll shoot my way back in. We're going to have another fight, though. Okay, is it just the one guy? Can't talk to him. Oh. Hello?
I'm a regular card mechanic. I know every trick, every sham. I won quite a sweet little pot last night. I cheated, of course. In my opinion, it's the only way to make the game interesting. It's harder to cheat than to play well. Card counting ain't easy, bub. Keeping your face straight while you steal from strangers is tough. Speaking of which, give me your wallet.
I don't know if it ends up in a fight if you don't talk to him. Oh, these bloody bindle bags, but that's fine. He's on his own, so I think I'm just gonna shoot him a couple of times.
Transition complete.
Oh, our speed helped there. We get an extra attack in before he goes again, so that should be enough. There he goes. Nice. And that's why speed is useful. $99 XP. We're quite a way off level 4. But we'll take some money. So I guess we go down here. Platform area. Yeah, I was just looking around for Anachronox signs. I couldn't see any. So we can't get into the tours area, but that's fine, because we're going to go here. Who's this guy? Captain Filler. I'm just waiting for my next flight, excuse me. Alright. Okay. I think... Are we on 1 or are we on 4? I'm not sure. I tapped 1. Oh. We can't get that yet. that is one that we need another party member with a particular special talent to get that taco. Which is quite a ways further in the game. So some of the stuff we see we're going to have to come back to a lot later on. I think this might be the guy with the helmet.
What a beautiful day. I haven't felt this glad to be alive in years. Green skies, the smell of rocket fuel in my nostrils, skin crisping from jet exhaust. Every day should be this wonderful. Too bad I've still got a headache from that damn helmet. Headquarters issued me a size 5 helmet this morning. I was cutting off circulation and I kept passing out. Luckily the Nox guard I relieved from duty was nice enough to give me this replacement. I've still got the size 5 helmet in my storage pack if you want to see it. When I show the guys back at HQ, they're going to split their pants.
Do you think I can have the helmet since you're not using it?
Sorry, partner, it's not mine to give, but I'll tell you what, they give away free sandwiches and goodies to people who are down on their luck at the Salvation Surplus on Skid Row.
But I really need a helmet, officer. Have pity on a poor unemployed loser.
Hey now, I won't listen to any self-pity, buddy. You've got to change your outlook on life. Stay optimistic at all times. It could be much worse. Be thankful you're not living in poverty on a planet like Genis or lifting crates on Goria. You got it good, mister. Life gets easier when you put things in perspective.
Life gets easier when you give me that helmet.
Persistent, aren't you? Look, that helmet's not going to solve your problems. Life is what you make it. You can either be happy or depressed.
I choose to be happy.
Good for you. You've got to be the most enthusiastic person you know. That's my motto.
I couldn't agree more. Now can I have the helmet?
You're like a broken record. You want the helmet? Oh, you won't be happy until I give it to you? Fine. Here's the helmet. Mission accomplished. Job well done. Now go away.
Cool. You can also fight him to get it, but like, he seemed like a nice guy, so didn't feel the need to do that. So this is level 1. Let's go to level 2 and work our way back up. Used to drive me mad trying to work out how to get that taco. Because you kind of naturally think, oh, I'll be able to do everything in these areas before moving on, but no. I don't think there's anything here. Oh, Anachronox sign though, and that's only visible from here, so let's take that. I think I've got 5 of those now. I can't remember exactly how many there is. There might be 10, there might be fewer than 10. Now that looks like a fight.
The cunning bird is overdue. Heavier grows my tree trunks from fatigue. Retreat to your burrow, human. Pep threatens.
Okay. We do need to fight him, but we get given a quest for it at some point, I think, so we'll wait until we get that. So now we head out and back to Grumpos, I think. I think I forgot to speak to that lady who was looking for Simon Black, or whatever his name was. So try and catch her this time. Just trying to think, is there a red bipidry or something here? I can't remember, but that is something we can use. But again, it's going to take a character who we find quite a bit later in the game. Can't get in the tours area yet, that's fine. I don't remember seeing her on the way back. Or maybe... Is she that way? Was the fountain spiral? Can't remember. No, we should go and see Grumpos first, because he's going to ask us to find a way past the Door Lord, which is going to require a bit more running around. So we might as well do that all in the same bit. We do get in that junkyard eventually as well. Yeah, so I can't remember exactly where she is, but she must be in one of the previous areas. That guy's gone. Does she have anything else to say now? That guy hasn't been back here. I kind of miss him. Right, so up to the top, section C. In here.
All right, geezer. Stop fondling the mistack and crack a gander at the goods. Am I hired or what?
Data beefed up security since the Dianimo fiasco. Getting into the tunnels might be trouble.
We'll deal.
Here, take this and plug it in your ear. You'll understand every language from
There
here
we
to
go.
the Traeger anomaly.
Spiffy. Where'd you pull this baby from?
The Nox Guard helmet. Linguinators became standard issue 2 months ago.
Really? How'd they communicate with the aliens before that?
They beat 'em up.
Well, where the hell do we go now?
Lead the way, hot pants.
Right, we have another character now. So you can switch between them as you're moving around if you press tab. So we can move around as Grumpos now, but you know, we're going to go as Boots. Okay, fellas, since the entrance to the Mistec tunnels is blocked by a Mafadin Doorlord, we better fish up another way into the tunnels because he's not gonna budge. Hey, what about this Eddie character I've heard so much about? He's becoming a real underground figure in the bricks, judging by all the Eddie knows graffiti we see sprayed everywhere. Maybe he knows an alternate entrance to the Mistec tunnels. Worth a try anyhow. The worst that can happen is that we get a good contact for future cases, right? Where to find Eddie? Hey, what about Conrad that information specialist we met at the Fountain Overlook? He seems to know his stuff. Maybe he can point us to this Eddie character. Hell, he might even know how to get into the tunnels. Just a thought, or two. Okay, so I'm not going to just sort of seek out every alien, but we can kind of see now that some of these guys we can talk to. We talked to all of them, I mean.
You could understand me. Wonderful. Can you spare some change?
Sure, here's a loony.
Class protect you.
Okay. Some of them have important stuff to say, but largely the ones we've kind of met so far are just kind of, you know, background NPC type things. I think we can just go and see the information specialist. We might need Grumpos to persuade him. I can't remember. I don't really have a lot of equipment to give him. So we can get in the junkyard area now, but we're going to leave that because that's how we get to Eddie. So I don't think there's a lot of point doing that right now. Kind of want to do that when we have the information from the guy and something to give to Eddie. I can't remember exactly where we get the thing we need to give Eddie, but platform and tours. No, let's head back this way. And we can get into the museum as well, I think. It might be closed at this point, but we'll see. Yeah. keep missing that. Okay, so this is where the guy is. We might as well talk to him now. But I'm going to kind of...
Okay.
Go back to the
So
start.
what's the scoop on this Eddie character?
Now, detective. You know the deal. First, you feed me information worth my while.
Well, my neighbor's cat is sick.
Excuse me?
Yeah, blood in his vomit and everything.
Oh, that won't do, detective. Another try, please.
Well, there's always Doyle.
Doyle Doralimus, bouncer at Rowdy's. What about him?
Rowdy's been lazy with the payroll. Doyle monkeys with the books, paying himself for extra days. He's been skimming for months. Now who's Eddie?
Eddie the True. Eddie, like myself, gathers information. Although not the most reputable of callings, I realize, Eddie has elevated our lowly profession into nothing less than an art form. No fact is too small. No shred of data too insignificant. He follows each thread of information, each string of thought, juggling this raw data in his mind until a pattern emerges. Look around you. Eddie owns this place. He owns it in the most devious way possible. In his mind. Make no mistake, detective. Eddie knows.
Yeah, whatever. Where do I find this creep?
Loco Coldwolf.
Who, what?
Loco Coldwolf. A name. A man. Follow him. All paths lead back to Eddie. It was a pleasure, detective.
Likewise, Shoeshine. What's your secret?
You would be surprised how rarely people look up.
Alright. So we're gonna find... Oh! Okay, Boots. I just ran a Sendinet search on Loco Coldwolf. He owns a pawn shop in the slums, and his last place of residence is 628 Barton Arms in the tenements. Be careful. Okay. But this is the lady who's... Oh, it's Maria Black. Looking for Simon Langer. Try room C5 of tenement building 5. Are you serious? I've given up all hope of it deliverance. Here's 50 loonies for your trouble. That's all I can afford. Nice. Oh, she's gonna get vengeance on him. So what am I... There are... Yeah, if I can get to the museum, that might be worth doing. Because stuff opens up gradually, it can be tough to remember exactly when it's worth trying to get to certain places. But let's head down here. Let's keep heading out. We got these guys.
Sam Fowden, huh? They just called it that because no one knows what else to call it. Look around you, these buildings and architecture were already here when Anachronox was discovered 80-odd years ago. Just imagine finding an entire city planet the size of a moon and nobody's home. When it became clear that the original population wasn't coming back, people moved right in. Mostly fugitives on the run. Yep. I fling things for $1. I'll fling your trench coat for $1, that's right. I'll fling anything for $1, doesn't matter. The shape or size, I'll fling it right over the rail for $1. I'll fling myself down there for $1.
I think it's illegal to throw things down the fountain, dude.
Are you serious?
Whoop! He was my friend. Okay, so... I can't remember if there's much point. This just brings us pretty much back down to the bottom, but it might be worth speaking to this guy.
Do you have the package? Oh, wait, nothing. I'm just, waiting for my wife.
He comes into play a bit later on. Mistech Museum, yeah, so if we can get there and to Zordo's, that'd be good, because... Now it looks like we can. This area's opened up now. Zordos we can buy stuff from.
Warning. Transition miner of plate station.
There's got a secret army of plainclothesmen lurking in the bricks. We call them janglers. They report any potential enemies of the family. You never know when you're talking to a jangler. Could be anyone. They're just regular people like you and me. There are even rumours of child janglers who roam the playgrounds, turning in their own 5-year-old classmates. No one's safe. You're one of them, aren't you? You're a jangler. Why else would you keep talking to me? This is the 4th time you've engaged me in a conversation. Who would do that if they didn't have an agenda? Beat it, jangler. I ain't giving you any more information to file away in your report on me. Just leave my begonias alone, that's all I ask. You mess with them and you make it personal between us, you understand? Beat it, jangler.
Yeah, now someone walked past us, who is the guy we need to get something from. But let's come down this way first. I'm a cartographer. I make maps, paper maps, the old-fashioned kind. What I'm trying to do, it's crazy really, is map the surface of Anachronox. Nobody's sure how or why, but Anachronox is divided into 4 large shifting plates and dozens of subplates that are constantly rearranging themselves. At random intervals, these interlocking sections of planets separate and... You know all this, don't you? Forget I was talking. There's Zordos. We will go in there. That guy over there thinks he's a real big shot. He's always shooting his mouth off about every race he wins and every girl he bags. I know these tunnels and drainage systems like the back of my hand. I'm supposed to race him tomorrow night. His air traction isn't what he thinks it is. I'll take him right before the drain wash. He'll accelerate too much down, Parsons straightway, and we won't be able to take the turn smashing into the rock. Oh, man, I'm going to teach that jerk the lesson of his life.
Man, that clown over there challenged me to race tomorrow night. Sucker doesn't stand a chance. I almost feel sorry for the punk. I've souped my baby up to the butterfly belts. That's a Chagri engine in there, no joke, man. My brother managed to lift one from a Brebulin chop shop a few sectors down.
Get out the way, cartographer.
Perplexing flywheels, 24 steering knuckles, banjo injection, the works. It's a riot.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to talk to him anymore because that guy is annoying me. But we can get in here now because of the card. Yes, please.
Is there something I can help you with? Do you need to use the bathroom or something?
If we swap to Grumpos. Greetings, Mr. Matavastros. Come to check up on me so soon after your retirement. I assure you everything is quite under control. We received a wonderful slag of mistech from the Barnadian 3 system early this week, and it's quite lovely. What about if we talk to him? Hello there, you look like you have a question.
So what's the big deal with mistech?
No one really knows what mistech is exactly. Our best guess is ancient alien art. Your friend, Mr. Matavastros, was the last curator of this museum. He believes there's hidden power locked away inside them. Personally, I think they're just ugly antiques. People collect just about anything these days. Okay, so long. Just a moment. You're just the type of man I need for a special job. 2 jobs, actually. I'm going to make a diorama of Anachronox symbols next month for an exhibit. If you take pictures of the 6 symbols scattered around the city, not including the one here in the museum, I'll give you 200 loonies. I've already got a picture of the one above the Anachronox tour sign, so I'll give you credit for that one. In fact, the symbol over the tour sign was stolen from the museum just a few weeks ago. I turned to the Nox guards for help, but they would laugh in my face. If you can retrieve it, I'll pay you 400 loonies. Okay, so I've got 5. Is that all the ones he wants? No. Okay, that's fine. So you can click on all these exhibits. There's a lot of them, and I'm not minded to do that with everything. I hate museums, they're too quiet. They should close this place down. No one cares about this crap. I've learned to sleep standing up. I can't remember if there's interesting stuff to find in here, though.
The Mysterium technology, or Mystech, was discovered on planet Hephaestus. It bubbled up from a deep lava well now called the Mysterium Levant. Later, Mystech was found in the cores of other planets. It gets its title from the strange metal from which it is made, dubbed Mysterium by confounded scientists of the time. Is Mystech the technology of a long-dead race? The greatest hoax ever? Or maybe a gift from the gods? Make a pilgrimage to her Hephaestus today.
And we will. Not right now, but that is going to be on our agenda. Eddie knows. He does indeed. Now, there's another... I'm sure we can get to that top level. I can't remember how, though, is the only thing. Oh, maybe it's around here. The only thing I love more than Mystic is playing piano. I love pounding them keys. When I'm rich, I'll own a piano made of Mysterium. Then I'll play every day. People will listen. Sorry, gotta get back to work. Oh, that guy. Yeah, he might be someone we can trade with, actually. Is that quack on the other side of the museum looking over here? He's trying to steal my research. South Anachronox is too dangerous for scientist types. My esteemed colleagues are too scared to do research here. I thought I'd be the lone, bold scientist who would brave danger in the name of science. It's what Einstein Awards are made of. Someone always has to steal my thunder. Sad little story of my life. Make matters worse, a local crime lord has claimed ownership over the Mystech tunnels. It's all been pillaged for his private collection. Is he looking over here? Alright, this probably means this guy.
I'm here investigating the origins of Anachronox. Our knowledge is woefully weak. Theories abound, mostly urban legends. The most popular story is that the original inhabitants of the planet were killed off by a horrible plague. The first settlers who discovered Anachronox over 80 years ago originated this particular myth. They found a deserted city planet, and data seemed to indicate an electric virus was responsible. So Anachronox became named after the virus, Electrophagus anachronoxus. That's what Anachronox means, poison from the past. But what are the hard facts? What do we know for sure? Anachronox is an artificial planet inside the empty core of Sender 1. It was constructed by an unknown alien race. But why did they abandon it? Why leave behind their buildings and technology in working order? Why is the city constantly rearranging itself? Nobody knows. Back in the day, it was a logical place for fugitives to hide. In fact, Anachronox was a hideout for felons and thieves long before the rest of the universe became aware of its existence. The criminal element has trickled down the decades and plagues us to this day. I often wonder if inhabiting a planet we know so little about is such a bright idea. Maybe one day its builders will come back and claim their planet. Say, do you know why that researcher over there keeps giving me ugly looks?
Get some nice lore stuff from these guys. About the nature of Anachronox and its history and the mystery of it.
Greetings to you. I am Plib the Seller from Cordica. I'm a scientist by trade, but science doesn't really foot the bill, so I've taken to selling items on the side. I store them in this alien glowstream. How can I help you?
Let's buy or sell. What has he got? He's got is that all he's got? A glowdent for 250. What have I got to sell? I don't really want to sell any of that stuff. Let's exit for now.
Don't tell my scientist friends. They would call me a whore.
Okay, we want to go to Zordo's. I don't have a huge amount of money. If I can buy at least one shield, I think that would be pretty good. We know where to get glowdents from if we need them, but it's kind of expensive. Oh, get out of the way. Is he the one who asked me to see the red ones?
Don't you love watching Bipidry work? Look at them up there, hammering and clobbering with those tiny tools. Sends shivers up my spine. I think it's their work song that quickens my pulse the most. Nobody knows who wrote it or where it came from, but every Bipidry sings it throughout the day. At one point in their evolution, Bipidry could spit a toxic spray into an enemy's eyes. Too bad they lost the ability after thousands and thousands of years of domestication. All that remains of those days is their bright yellow colouring, which served as a warning to predators. Many people are unaware there's an extremely rare breed of Bipidry with very distinctive colouring. They're bright red. I've only seen one in my life, and then only on Sendernet. Say, have you got a camera? I understand there are 8 red Bipidry working this arm of the galaxy. You ought to keep an eye out and photograph each one. I'd shell out some major dough if I could get my hands on good snapshots of red Bipidry. If I catch you calling him Bippies, then the deal's off. That's offensive.
Alright. He wants 8. I can't just show him one at a time. Yeah, that's back the way we came. So let's keep going. Oh, hello. Sir, a challenge to the detective eyes. Only one loony away. Keep an eye on the bongo and earn triple the bet. You're on. Spin them bongos. Okay, there's the pearl. Blip. 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 Shell 3. What a rip-off. Okay. It was a rip-off. There's the gun shop. Hey, Loverboy, what's hanging? Just the usual bits. How's business? And in the pavement, same as every day? Dad is swiping an extra 5% from his girls. I'd hook up with someone else, but he'd have my throat slit by morning. You know you can't hang around when I'm working, Boots. You're bad for business. Odo. Used to be an honest man, could earn a clean living in the bricks. So much for that. Not everyone here's a criminal. Some of us actually lead honest lives, although the temptation to hit you over the head and take your money right now is pretty high. Seriously, get away from me for your own safety. Alright, let's go into the gun store and see what we can get.
Don't step on my feet or I'll strangle you. Don't think I won't.
Look at that clone. Where did they get off trying to pass that duplicate off as Gordo? Zordo was a total fake. How could anyone mistake those gestures, that tone of voice, that posture for a real person, much less Gordo himself? Oh, okay, that's fine. So basically, I think this is like a chain of shops, and each one is like run by one of his clones. I'm gonna buy a really big gun. I'm gonna buy a really big gun, and I'm gonna kill everyone, just you watch. What, you don't believe me? I hope you're there. I hope you're there when I snap. Kill ya. Not yet. Alright, let's talk to Zordo.
Hey, old on soldier. Welcome to Zordo's Gun Palace. Are you looking to buy and sell?
Yes. So we can get a shield cell for only $100. Eluder band. Increases block ability 1 level. Wristbands of whacking increases beefiness 1 level, so we do more damage. Time Minder tier is a revive. Holds 8 energy. Can allocate 8 to a shield, 3 per 8. I mean, okay, I'll probably buy a couple of those, to be fair. Can't buy either of the sort of 2 little things. That's alright. Equip them both with a shield cell. Use of boots. Get one of those. It doesn't have anything currently. Oh. Can I take? There we go. And Grompos. Give him one as well. So it'll take a little bit of damage for us. It's not a huge amount, but sure. All right. Better than nothing. Oh, that's another thing. We need to come back when we've got a guy who can interact with that stuff. Right, so we need to go and back to the tenements, I think, and find what's his face, Lucko Coldwolf. I was wondering if there's another Anachronox symbol around here I might have missed. The one near Zordo's. No. I think it's only one we're missing now. Oh, we need to talk to this guy.
Yeah, I got me a nasty limp. Want to hear the story? It's been on a few news feeds.
Sure, I've got a few minutes.
My lady passed on just a few years back, right before the accident. I was monkeying around at work, tooling with the power shredder when one of them suspension buckles snapped. It landed right square on my foot, shearing it mid-foot to toe. When I demanded them workman's comp, the company threw me out on my shinny. Been looking for work ever since. My lady weren't around to nurse my foot, and I couldn't afford no hospital, so I tried to mend it best I could. It ain't pretty, but I can walk at least. Too bad I can't afford no change of clothes. Scary story, huh?
It is. So we need to remember him for a little bit later. We don't want to go back down to Zordo's, so let's... don't want to go to Rowdy's yet. Mountain, no, we want to go up this way. Another thing up there. I used to like write down a list of all this stuff, so when I find the right character, I can go back to grab it. But I won't worry about it this time. It's good for a completionist run, but I don't think much of it is like essential. You get some nice stuff, don't get me wrong, but I think it's fine just to grab it as you pass it, really. At the point you can get it. I'm going to do the time minder though, seeing as it's been a little while. I think we can have a group of 3 at any one time. I don't think it goes all the way up to 4. Tenements we want. I forget which bit is actually the tenements. It might be the bit where Frank's flop house is. Oh no, I know the Barton Arms. Yeah. It's down this ramp. Or is it over there? I forget exactly. We can maybe talk to this guy as we're here.
What are you still doing here? Didn't I want you to beat it? What are you going to do? Do you strike me? Skin Brebulon is more durable than everything you can arrange on it. Your blows will not hurt me. That and you it knows. That is why you won't strike me if stranger watches.
And how about I run you into the station and hook you up to the old suponic combine, eh?
Oh no, not the tickle machine.
Barton Arms, that's not it, is it? Is it down here? It might be down here.
Okay, there's the place. Don't follow him from too far a distance and lose him, but don't stick too close and get caught either. I already gave that time minder a quick pet for good luck as we passed it, so we're ready to go. Don't let me down.
This is what I do best, Pops. Stay off my back and I'll handle this lightly and politely.
Quiet! Here he comes.
This is kind of similar to like GTA, like when you've got to follow someone, stuff like that. You get like a little bar. It says I'm too far away, but that's okay because he's going to walk past us. There he is. It's this guy. So he stops and looks around, and when he does that, you've got to kind of be unassuming. If you get too close, he freaks out. Okay. But I know where he's going anyway, so. It's fine, he's going to turn around. He comes back a little bit. I thought you actually got a bar of his, like a suspicion meter. No, it doesn't look like you do.
Stand by. Transition complete.
But when he turns around, if he turns around and sees you and you're too close, he freaks out and you've got to do it again. I think you can break line of sight a bit. He's going to turn around there. No? Okay. We'll just wait here for him to get a bit of distance. Oh no, there's people in the way. However will I see him? Oh no, shit, he's coming back. He stops and looks at the fruit, but we don't want to get too close to him. Alright, he's going to freak out because he's going up there, but we'll get the next one. Now he's going to Anachronox tours. Shit, he's right there. Shit, he's still there. Is he gone yet? Is he still there? Oh, he's gone off again. Where'd he go? Where's that? Yeah, he turns around. He might even come back a bit. No. Go. Yeah, so this was blocked off before. We can get in there now because we're doing this mission. I like the chewing gum on the sole of Boots' boot. So we haven't been in here yet. There's a few things to do here, but we'll do it after we've sort of done the story mission. Basically there now. It's going into this diner.
When? Tuesday. I use Eddie to acquire sensitive information. My clients pay big bucks to find out if, say, their wife's cheating on them or if their business partner's taking them for a ride, but Eddie's more discreet than a private dick, see, 'cause he just happens to know things, you know? And the fact that I charge a personal go-between fee ain't nobody but nobody's business, so give me the briefcase back. Not until you tell us where to find Eddie, you skunk. Come on, you ain't gonna be that way. He lives in the junkyard.
That stinkhole?
Ask him whatever you want while you're there. It's no big deal. He's a pretty nice guy. Just make sure you take him something chewy. Chewy? Yeah, and stinky. Chewing on stuff helps him concentrate. He can be a little, unfocused sometimes. That's good. That's real good. Okay, well, we're gonna let you walk. But you watch who you're messing with next time. Yeah, whatever, man.
Okay, and I think we'll leave it there for this time. When we come back, we'll look around this Anachronox Tours area. There's a couple of little side quest type things to do, I think. Then we're going to go find Eddie in the junkyard next time. So thanks very much for watching this first episode of Anachronox. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's a real stroll through memory lane for me, because I played this game a bunch back in the day. As I said at the beginning, it's one of my favourite games of all time. And it just keeps getting better. I think around the mid-game is where you really start to sort of see the quality of it shine through. But hopefully you're enjoying it already. If you are, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that'd be great. Be sure to leave me a comment as well. Let me know if you've played this game, if you know of it, if you're hearing about it for the first time. It's not an unknown game, but it wasn't widely known, I would say. It was very much overshadowed by the same studio putting out Deus Ex. Around the same time, I think, actually, yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts anyway. And if you're watching this and not yet subscribed to the channel, if you could do that, that'd be amazing. Otherwise, I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.